Hey guys, Stephen Cox here, and today I'm pumped. I don't know why, there's a lot of little things that happen, but I just had a realization about my life and about the direction I want it to go in, and about the reasons I'm doing the things that I've been doing. So I had the realization my goal on earth is to share with people why music has changed my life and how it's changed my life. So that can be done through teaching. So I think there'll always be an educational element to it, but also it can be through telling my story through songs. There's so many obstacles I've been able to overcome, and there's so many things that music has shown me. So music has taken me places, literally and figuratively. I got to go to Germany because I had a friend that set up the connections and did all these things, but wanted to have me come with him. So he saw the passion in me and brought me with him. But it's not about being great. It's not about being better than somebody else. It's just about really connecting with something and giving it your all. So if your thing isn't music, that's totally fine. If your thing is speaking to people, which I do think there's an element of that with what I'm doing, which is why I like to teach. But if your thing is speaking, if your thing is writing poetry, if your thing is painting, just whatever you connect with is going to show you the world through that medium. Most of the lessons that I've learned have been kind of through the eye of a musician. So this means like if I'm learning about anxiety and depression, I like telling students. There was one time I had an epiphany during a lesson where when you're reading music, when you're sight reading music, if you are looking too far ahead, you're not in the present, and so you're not going to be able to play the notes with the right conviction, and you're not going to have the right feel, and you might even forget what notes to play because you're processing too far ahead and not remembering those notes. However, if you're focused on the past, like if you're making a mistake and any part of your brain is hung up on that mistake, you're going to miss the notes in the present and going forward, and you might even have to stop just because you're so overwhelmed that you can't continue. So the best thing to do is to be in the moment. So music has taught me things like this. It's literally taken me to places. It's given me a whole bunch of opportunities, some that I followed up on and some that I need to follow up on. It's shown me like, hey, all these opportunities are out here, and it's up to you to follow up on them. It's up to you to decide which ones to go with and to cut out the other ones and go with that. That's been my biggest problem, is figuring out what things to cut out. As you can tell, I do this channel every single day, and it really doesn't help me except for when I have these epiphanies, and I do think I do it to help me with the speaking part of videos and to get the passion across to some people. With my other channel, the reason I like to teach on there is because of the same thing. I like to share the music with people because music has taught me so much, and it's just been a cool experience, and trying to teach people the basics so that they can find their zone when they're playing with other people or when they're playing on their own. It can become magical. So I think anybody can do it. I think everybody needs to find their medium, the thing that makes them happy. It doesn't have to be music. It can be painting, like I said. It can be drawing. It can be writing poetry. It can be engineering. It can be a bunch of things. But I do think that finding something that you're passionate about and just doing it for the joy of it is important. And I think that's been what's missing from some of my current goals. I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about lack. So this is kind of like the law of attraction applied to music, right? If you're thinking about, man, how am I going to pay the bills this month? I'm trying to bring in money, but it's just not enough, and it never feels like enough. Well, then I get more months that are like that, where it's just not feeling like it's enough. What's weird is I am just barely scraping by without having to do other things. And I know that there's enough opportunity if I followed up with everybody to double my income, maybe triple my income. And it's just all about maintaining that mentality so that I follow up on those things, so that when I see the opportunities, I don't brush them aside. I go, this is one I want to follow through on, and then do it all the way through. Not just like what I've been doing with the course, where it's like, I'm going to work a little bit on it and dabble with it. Now I've got more of it done. No, going gung-ho until it's done and then moving on to the next task. So I want to work more on that, and I want to see if I maintain this and track this, if it will really bring me a lot of progress next year. But I also want to see if I can get a lot more progress than I think possible or than I thought possible yesterday. Maybe I think it's possible now. even by the end of this year. I want to make better content on my channel, because that better content will do all these other things that I'm worrying about, you know? But that's about it for today. I'm about to run out of space on my phone to be able to record this video. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Please subscribe if you want to check out my other channel. I'm going to put a link in the description, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.